Good evening everyone. So this video is based on the topic structure of atom, which is of 9th class. So before starting the main portion, that is the structure of atom, let's discuss about very basic things about the atom. So the first thing is the definition. Then what is the atom? So it is the smallest particle of an element which is indestructible and which is indivisible. So this smallest particle is what? It is indivisible. Indivisible means you cannot divide it further, and also we can say that it is indestructible. Although these are basically the postulates of Dalton's atomic theory, that he says that it is indivisible, but later on we find out that it is divisible because there are subatomic particles which are present in an atom, like electron and proton. These are subatomic particles which are present inside an atom. So it means atom is divisible. Fine. So, but atom is the smallest particle which is indivisible. The next thing is which has the property as same as that of that particular element. For example, if I consider oxygen as an element, so we represent atom as a small spheres. If these are the small spheres of the oxygen, the smallest sphere, this smallest sphere, which is an atom, which is the smallest particle, it has the same property as that of that element, which is the oxygen. Or you can consider any other element like sulfur, also like phosphorus. Also, if we consider phosphorus, again the atom of the phosphorus is the smallest part, which has the same property as that of the phosphorus. But if you divide that atom into subatomic particles like electron and proton or the neutron, these subatomic particles will not be having the same property as that of the element. So atom is basically having the same property as that of a particular element. So it is indivisible, it is indestructible. Now the further part is the subatomic particles which are present inside the atom. So subatomic particles means present inside the atom, like there is a presence of electron which has negative charge, presence of proton which has positive charge over it, and there is neutron also which is neutral. So these are the subatomic particles. So from where that idea came that there must be a charged particle present in an atom, that idea comes from if we see our day-to-day life, like if I comb our hair and we bring that comb to the pieces of paper, if we bring that combed hair to the pieces of paper, you will see that pieces of paper will get attracted toward the comb. So that attraction signifies that there must be a charged particle present in that particular matter. So from there the idea comes that there must be something charged present in a matter, and that charged particle is basically the electron, proton, and neutron is the neutron. So charged particle is the electron and the proton. Fine. So now the electron and protons has been discovered. Electron has been discovered by the J.J. Thomson, and proton is being discovered by the E. Goldstein. These two are the scientists. After discovery of these subatomic particles, now there is a major concern that how these subatomic particles are being arranged in an atom. So this led to the discovery of structure of an atom. So first structure of the atom is explained by a scientist, which is J.J. Thomson, who also discovered the electron. So J.J. Thomson discovered the electron. Now what is the basic model of that J.J. Thomson? He considered, atom we consider as a sphere. He considered atom just like a Christmas pudding or like a watermelon. So in a Christmas pudding or in a watermelon, if I consider the example of watermelon, because it is readily available in India during summers, we can see that there is a red portion present in a watermelon and seeds are present in between the red portion. So J.J. Thomson said that the red portion of the watermelon is the positive part. This is the positive part, and the seeds which are embedded or the studded inside the watermelon are basically what? These are negative charge particles. So similarly you can compare it with the Christmas pudding also. The Christmas pudding is whole brown and over it there is a cherries over there. that whole brown portion is the positive part, and that cherries which are present in it are basically the negative charge particles. Fine. So this was the first postulate of the J.J. Thomson, that he said that the atom whole is the positive sphere and electrons are embedded into it. And the second postulate which is given by the J.J. Thomson is that the atom whole is neutral, means there is an equal and opposite charges are present. The total positive charge equals the total negative charge. So both charges are present equal in magnitude. Fine. So the whole atom is the neutral. The whole atom is neutral. So these two the postulates which are explained by the J.J. Thomson, and this is the first structure of this scientist basically explains the first structure of an atom. And there are many more, like Rutherford model is also there, there's Bohr model, then after that there's a quantum mechanics, there's a upper level part, but to the 9th class we are strictly bound to the J.J. Thomson model and the Rutherford model, and the Rutherford model will explain you later in the next class. Thank you.